right, welcome back to the G.T.O podcast. New year, a new episode, new us. Not quite.
No.
So before we get into things, we didn't really prepare like any topics, but we did have a break, and we do live wonderful lives. So there's a couple things with the podcast that I personally want to do in the new year. So I wanted to bring back trivia because I think that went really well. The only reason we stopped is because it took work.
Yeah,
and we didn't really have time.
Didn't have the time for that.
But now I quit taking school seriously, and Sam.
I can't quit taking school seriously, but I do have more time, so I've always had more time.
Yeah, and it's the spring, and that semester is usually easier anyway, right?
Yeah.
So we're bringing that back. But what I want is stakes. So by the end of the year, or maybe like quarterly thing, somebody needs to get punished for being
low score.
Yeah, for having a low score or lower score.
Yeah. And
I want that because I don't have any ideas, so I want that to be dictated by the listeners. Fans, yes. Yeah. So what I was thinking, the only thing I did think of was like one of the fans will pick up a bad game, and you would have to do a 24-hour live stream on it.
24-hour, like...
And, no one's going to watch 24 hours because who does that? People have lives. So It's just torturing you. So there you go. Or, I don't have any other ideas, but...
That's a good idea.
So, send in... And I want this again. I've been, trying to make the podcast better. I'm trying to be just have a better channel, right?
Yeah.
And it's something... I heard something about the 3 C's. The first one's community. And I forgot the other 2. But I really want to focus on myself, being more involved in the community, whatever that means. Like whatever way I can do that. And allowing other people and promoting other people to send in audio. So that's what I want to hear. Send in audio with any type of questions. I don't care what it is. You can ask me what my favorite color is. It's brown, by the way. So yeah, send in your audio through the email. What's the email again?
GTOpodcast@gmail.com.
Alright. We have a Twitter, so you want to interact with us there. It is. What are you doing? Why are you watching videos?
I was going to look up the 3 C's, but whatever. Go.
I think one was consistency, and the third one doesn't matter. I think we have the consistency thing.
Yeah, we haven't missed an episode until Christmas, so.
Well, yeah, we had extenuating circumstances. What else? I was just saying. I'm off track already. Oh yeah, what's our Twitter?
GTO @GTO Podcast.
All right. We have any other social media?
You have your Instagram.
Yeah, I have the Instagram. It's going great right now.
That's good.
I keep getting followers like every day, but they're like porn accounts. So
yeah, I encountered that on Twitter once or 5 times.
They're like and their pictures are private, so I can't like. And I don't want to be caught trying to follow them, so I leave it alone.
Well, those are probably not real.
Oh yeah,
a lot of those are probably bots.
Yeah, they're obviously bots, but do they have real pictures though? If I go follow them,
I don't follow bots.
All right. We have Facebook, right?
Yeah, we do have a Facebook,
and all that stuff is on our channel. So
yeah,
that's my point. We want you to be involved and send in audio. Things that I do want to get rid of. We need to kill the game of the month thing. It was a bad idea.
It was a terrible idea.
We don't have time to do that.
Correct.
Did you play Ace Attorney?
No.
I didn't either. I don't know. How do you feel about movie of the week on the gaming podcast?
I thought it was a bit too much.
A bit too much.
With the game of the month having a movie of the week.
It's not as
felt
bad.
Kind of weird.
It did feel weird. Well, I don't know.
We're doing a lot of things, and we're trying to find out what works. We haven't hit the big time yet.
Game of the month doesn't work.
It does not work.
It does not work.
Not right now. Certainly not.
I don't think it ever gonna work.
Probably not. No.
Movie of the week. I think it works, and I think the segments we did do are pretty good. But I just think it's a gaming podcast, and I keep forgetting that.
Yeah.
Did you watch? Well, this will be the last one. Did you watch the Avengers?
Yeah.
I didn't. So give us your feelings about the Avengers. 'Cause I know you're a big comic book fan.
Okay, so the Avengers it's not the best movie of all time.
That's a safe thing to say.
It's a very safe thing to say. It had some interesting action sequences. That wasn't a huge, it had good visuals, good action, decent dialogue. Character development was kind of iffy. Some characters were, well developed because they've had like 3 movies or 4 movies to be themselves. But some of them just appeared and were bad or uninteresting.
I'm not really into like Marvel stuff, but aren't they really guilty of like shoehorning characters in the movies just to say, hey, we have a whole universe?
Yeah, kinda.
Alright. Because that was one of the things with Guardians of the Galaxy, I think. They had like, I don't know, you could correct me if I'm wrong, but there was one character like they just had to put in to like, oh, this is also part of the world as well.
I haven't seen Guardians of the Galaxy.
What's it called? Thanos? Whatever.
Thanos? Oh, no. Thanos, I think, was kind of necessary in that.
Oh, yeah. I don't know.
Don't know.
Anyways. Well, let's speed it up then. Was it a good movie?
Yeah, it was a good movie.
Would you recommend it?
I would recommend it.
Is it like something that people outside of like the comic book world will enjoy?
Yes.
Alright.
I mean, it is like one of the highest grossing movies of all time.
Right about that one.
So it wasn't just comic book fans that paid money to see it.
Mm-hmm. I wonder what they think about it. It's like, I'm guessing it makes references to past stuff.
Yeah.
So I just guess all that stuff goes over their head. Like, they just still enjoy it for the action.
Yeah.
Alright.
I mean, I'm not a fan of the Avengers. Or most Marvel characters. Like the comics. I've got Spider-Man and Daredevil and a couple others, but none of the big ones now.
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't know. I'm not the right person to be like, this is what the real fans think.
Are you more a DC guy?
No, I'm more a Marvel guy. I just focus on a smaller group of Marvel characters.
All right.
Who you might call B-list. And Spider-Man, who is not B-list.
Are you an Ant-Man type of man?
No.
Okay. We'll move on then.
Okay.
Over Christmas break, I got some money, and I bought some games and a system. It's called the 3DS XL. Yeah.
Whoa.
Big time. I think I mentioned this like over a month ago. Friend Donovan was giving me like 3 games and a 3DS XL for like $150. So I just bought it, and I also bought Pokemon Moon. I'm really enjoying the games like Pokemon Y and Omega Ruby and all that stuff. I really like those games. They're really not only they're good on the surface level, like the visuals and stuff, but just very like all the little stuff that I really enjoy. Like they make EV training a lot easier with Super Training. This game's been out for like multiple years now, but all the little stuff like you already know about Super Training and Pokemon. I'm not talking about you, but like anyone who follows Pokemon already know this type of stuff. They just made everything easier and more accessible.
Is that a good thing though? Is it universally a good thing? I should say.
I'll say yes. Because all it is doing is telling, like before they hid EVs, like they didn't tell you what your EVs were, and now they are. And, like there's no reason that I shouldn't know that. Like, and IVs, I still in the Pokemon Y at least, I don't remember about Omega Ruby. They don't tell you your IV straight out, but so yeah, I mean I don't have a problem making it easier to know more stuff about my Pokemon. Because then you feel like there's even more stuff that makes your Pokemon special, which is always great.
Yeah.
But what I've been trying to do is I bought Pokemon Box, and I'm trying to transfer up all my Pokemon from my past games. But one problem with that is I bought a lot of used Pokemon games.
Mm-hmm.
Like another game that I bought this past break was Pokemon Diamond used, and it has like 50 or 60 like obviously hacked Pokemon. Like, how do you get 30 shiny Pokemon? That's just statistically, I think that's almost impossible.
Magic.
I only got like 5 or 6 my whole life. And they have like shiny Swallow and Scizor. I'm like, I kept them for myself, but I'm not bringing these up because if you get caught with like a hack Pokemon, they rescind like your subscription or whatever. And I don't think they pay it back. Like you're banned for life. My dad just texted me. Texans or Raiders?
Raiders.
All right. What about what's the other game today? Steelers and Miami.
Steelers.
I'm going Raiders, and I want Miami to win. Anyway, I played Pokemon Moon as well, about an hour and a half of it, and I've been doing a really good job of, before the game came out, is like not looking at any of the spoilers. Mm-hmm. And when the game did came out, before I bought it, I did a good job of not looking at any of the story and I don't even know how people feel about this game. So from when I first boot up the game, it went straight in, no intro. You just started playing. You said, "Do you want to play this game in English? Do you want everything to be in English or whatever?" And then you started talking to some guy, and like immediately, like you're inside the game. I'm like, all right. And the other thing I noticed is like the direction of the game, like the visual direction, a lot different. A lot of things about this game are different. Like the orientations of like the battles of like the bottom screen is different. A lot more cutscene oriented. I was actually surprised of like the first cutscene. I'm like, wow, I'm enjoying this. It's something different. It's something new, and I don't know. It just like the first hour and a half of gameplay. I'm gonna say a good 30 minutes is just cutscenes. And normally I'm not a big fan of like sitting through cutscenes, but I actually like it. It's like, I don't know. It's actually a story that I care about. I don't know. It's different. So I'm guessing this game is polarizing, because you could either like when an established franchise like does something drastically different, you can either like go along with it like I am, or like you can like kind of hate it, or like just not want it because, well, you already been doing something that's pretty good. Why change?
And yeah, it depends on what they do.
Yeah. They're going like more story oriented, at least from like the first 90 minutes, because that's all I had the time to play. Mm-hmm. But they also had like the effects in the world are now different, like the graphics. It's like the similar looking engine, but now they're doing like lighting effects and certain little things to kind of like mask some of like the jagged edges that the like X and Y and Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire had. It's like they really are focusing on the little things with this game as well. They now tell you your IVs, which they didn't do before. It's like they're basically bringing down the wall, that the informational wall like we had in past games. Like I don't have to go on an IV calculator and find out, well, how good is my Pokemon or whatever.
They're making it more accessible.
And at some point, I think they're making the game easier. Like I was thinking at first, they're making the game easier for kids, because now when you attack a Pokemon, when you see a Pokemon the first time, it doesn't tell you like any information about it because you don't know. But if you see that Pokemon again every time after that, let's say you see a Grimer, the second time and beyond that, if you know a move that's super effective, the game will tell you before you.
Yeah, it'll tell you the first time you use that move.
I don't know. I like it, but it makes the game. I wish I could turn that off. I guess they didn't. I mean, did that with the EXP share, which makes the game harder. Well, I appreciate, but I don't know. I wish there was a hard mode. I guess there kind of is, but you have to like turn off like 3 different things. Like you have to turn the battle mode on set, and turn the EXP share off, and have like 5 Pokemon. I don't know. The game, like I just said, it's a lot different from the average Pokemon game. What most people find frustrating is that it takes you like about an hour to get into actually doing, well, even more than that, like get on by yourself and not being guided by anyone. So yeah, I got to the trainer school part of the game, and which is not very far. And I got to the Fort Trainer. He had a Alolan Grimer, and he freaking wrecked my team. Like I died. So as I was saying this game is easy, I'm like, man, it's a little too overpowered. This thing, like
maybe it's a little too easy. You weren't expecting.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting, so I didn't heal my Pokemon going into the battle. So I'm like, my 2 Pokemon that I had were already half dead, and the rest of Pokemon were like the ones I caught and I'm not going to use. They're all like level 3.
That's how our Nuzlocke ended.
Yeah.
You didn't heal.
Didn't heal.
Mark's a fan of not healing, apparently.
I don't know. I feel like most of the time, there's like 95% of the time, there's no need to heal. Because you're going to kill it in 2 hits anyway. And the opponent's probably going to use Growl.
But then that other 5% is when you die.
Yeah, and the game's over, so yeah. Yeah, that's my thoughts on that. And besides that, what I've been playing? I've been playing a lot of Madden. That's not new.
Yeah, it's nothing new with either of us.
So let's go to your Christmas break, though.
Alright, so I drove up to Minnesota. Took me like a day. A day. I didn't do any driving at all. Because I have never driven in snow. Oh. And that's not a good thing to do for your first.
Yes.
Yeah, it's not a smart idea. I go to my nephew's house, hang out with him for a day. 5-year-olds, I'm not good with children, and I don't like when they get to like 7 or 8 is probably when I can start tolerating them more, because they can hold a conversation, and they can tell you what they're thinking in a more understandable way. At least more than like a 5-year-old.
Mm-hmm.
And they can do more stuff. Like you can play Madden with them easier than trying to throw a 5-year-old into a whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But he was good this trip. He was wonderful. Then I go up to my cousin's house. Cousin and uncle. It is heaven up there. Like he owns a few acres of land. It's just his land. There's woods. There's like a grove, a field sort of thing. You go 4-wheeling. We went onto his neighbor's property. Technically, maybe illegal. I don't know.
No, I mean, when you're up there, we have all that land. Like, your land is my land, pretty much.
Yeah, I mean, but it was just the most beautiful land I've ever seen. It was just wonderful. And every time I go up there, I find something new.
Like animals or whatever?
Just like new pieces of land.
Like, it was snowing, right? This whole time?
Yeah, it was snowing.
Did you make any snow angels?
No.
Snowmen?
No, the snow wasn't, it wasn't warm enough for snowmen.
Wait,
like the snow was either like slates or it was powder. It wasn't at that right thing where you could like pat it in and make a snowball or a snowman.
Oh, I only had snow like once. It was that time, like I think before or after Hurricane Katrina.
2008 or whatever.
Yeah, I was in 4th grade. Yeah, 2008.
Yeah.
And it was like
an
shitty.
inch.
Yeah.
If even.
But I liked it though because we got to stay outside during class. I'm like, yes.
Oh, that's not fair. At my school, they were like, "Oh, look at that snow! Time to get back to class, kids." And then the math teacher who I was with at the time, she was like, "You're from Minnesota, right? What do you think of all this snow?" It's like it's like that much? It's not that good.
Isn't usually snow in the South? It's usually indicative of a really bad hurricane. I heard.
Maybe.
I don't know.
Didn't we have Hurricane Gustav like earlier that year? Hurricane Isaac.
Isaac was 2012.
Isaac was 2012.
Yeah.
Gustav, maybe it was Gustav. I don't know.
I still hate Isaac. Got my Wii stolen.
That brick of a Wii?
No, the Xbox was the brick.
The Xbox.
Xbox was. The Wii was special edition and everything.
Ooh, special edition.
Anyways, back to your break.
I got to hang out with the cousins shot for shot. I was doing everything they were doing until we got to New Year's Eve.
Wait, shot for shot? You were doing alcohol?
No, I wasn't doing alcohol, but I was hanging with them. I was doing everything. I was 4-wheeling. I was playing blackjack. I wasn't playing blackjack, but I was there. I could have been playing if I felt like it. Stayed up late playing card games. Played Madden with them. But then we get to New Year's Eve, and they decide to go bar hopping. I can't go bar hopping because I'm not 21.
I thought you had to be 18. Oh, I guess that's a different state. All right.
I'm also not 18 yet.
Oh.
So I get into the first bar because they know it's a small town. It's not even a town. It's like 4 buildings probably. They know the people. And they're like, "Oh yeah, you can just bring him in. He's not going to drink." I don't drink. So, but then play darts, shoot pool. We were going to go bowling because that was something I could do, and it would be inclusive. My dad's like, "Oh, it's too snowy to drive all the way to the bowling alley, so we're going to drive to a bar that is not that much closer." And then my parents are like, "Okay, we're going to go home, and we're going to take Sam with us." So they go to the second bar. There's an 8-year-old at that bar. So I could have gotten in, but just the whole evening kind of ended with me falling asleep. not getting to have fun.
Y'all popped any fireworks?
Nope. It's just one of those things where you're free, you can do it all until you get to the one little thing, and it just kind of sunk the whole trip for me.
Wait, what'd you get for Christmas though?
I got a set of dice, 126 dice.
Oh, can I get one? I always want. Well, I guess I need 2, right, to play dice.
Yeah.
Wait, is that like why would you need 126 dice? Or
it's just like sets of dice. You've got 10-sided die, 2 10-sided die a set, 12, 6, 8. It's just a lot of different complete sets of 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 20, and percent. The 10 and the percent are the same, basically. Then I got a board game and a t-shirt that says Sam has a point.
What's the board game?
It's G.T.O.
What's that?
It's a road in Japan, and you have to do things. I haven't played it yet.
Oh, it's Japanese Candyland?
Not quite.
Oh,
I mean,
okay.
maybe. It could be.
I miss Candyland. Alright, what else you get?
That's about it. I got a Timberwolves beanie. But yeah, that's about it.
Oh, you didn't get what about those books you said?
Oh yeah, I got a book on Japanese history, the biography of Tokugawa Ieyasu.
Okay.
What'd you get for Christmas?
I got well, besides the money that I bought that stuff with, I got a little cheap cologne, Curve. Don't get it; it burns your eyes. So every day, like this past semester and like last year, I think I use Curve every day, and it basically smells like rubbing alcohol. So if you're trying to like pick up chicks with rubbing alcohol, it's not.
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't smell bad, but it's like, why? There's no point in this. It doesn't. I might as well just use my natural smell, just smell of deodorant. And even though I spray it like on my arms or whatever, it always gets in my eyes some type of way. Like it just proliferates in the air and like goes in my eyes every time.
Oof.
And like my eyes, like at least once every week, my eyes would just be so red. Somebody like, "Hey, you smoking weed, bro? At school?" I'm like,
I wish.
Like, no. I don't like sophomore year. It was the worst because they think I was like this big weed smoker because my eyes were red every day. That's because I was dehydrated every day. But that's something different.
Walk up to a woman with red puffy eyes. Hey, baby.
Yeah, man. This is one of the things that I don't get why parents like. They always tell the kid, "Oh, you're handsome. Oh, you're fine," or whatever.
Nope.
Like
you ugly.
Like almost every person, they'll go back, look at their high school pictures, their early high school pictures, and their elementary school pictures. I'm like, man, we look terrible. Like, why did our parents let us get out the house like this?
And some people are right. Some parents are right. Their children are adorable. Their children look good.
Yeah, they're able to be adored, but because they're little kids, like, of course you're gonna like us.
And then they're high schooler. They're high school people. Some of them look good.
Yeah.
It's not all of them. It is definitely not all of them.
That's like one of the big things that I'm gonna be as a parent. I'm gonna be, cause that's
you
the whole
ugly,
point.
son.
No. I'm like, this is what you need. This is what you need to do. I didn't know what deodorant was till like 7th grade. And that's a problem, Sam. Because I went through puberty in 6th grade. Let me just tell you, 6th grade was the worst year of my life. Maybe we'll get into that some other day, but it was terrible. Because I didn't know what deodorant was.
Yeah, that doesn't sound fun.
Puberty hits hard, kids. And just stuff like that. We just need to stop coddling our kids. And like telling them everything's alright. Because, I mean, everything's gonna be alright if you do this, and the other thing. But it's not alright right now.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not saying leave your kids in the middle of the woods with a knife and a rope, but...
Well, that's not productive at all. You want your kid to get killed? Is that the abortion after pregnancy?
Whoa.
I'm sorry. Oh, what else did I get? I think that's all I got. Yeah, I think that's all I got. And then for New Year's Eve, my aunt gave me some fireworks that, like, she had too much fireworks. And so she just gave me, like, a bag full of them. I'm like, I'm probably not gonna pop these because I don't want to be Jason Pierre-Paul and blow my hand off.
Yeah.
So I didn't use them. So if do you want fireworks or anything? I got like a bunch.
I don't know. I'll check them out next week.
All right. Yeah, I don't want them, but yeah. And I spent like that after New Year's Eve. I spent the rest of my break, like the next 4 days, watching NFL films about different championship teams, and I'm like, they speak in a lot of vagaries, like they say like, all right, we need to do this, and this to be a championship team, to be tough and to force a lot of turnovers. But isn't every team saying that? Like, what team is not? Because like all the stuff that they were saying is like, doesn't every team say this?
We need to score points, and we need to keep them from scoring points, and we got to score more points.
And we need to make one more play than they do. Like, whatever. At the end of the day, it's about the talent. And like, I was watching 2009 Saints Super Bowl run, and this one really stuck to me because this was like the biggest thing as a sports fan in New Orleans that probably ever going to happen until Anthony Davis gets some talent around him. Until then, but this is like the biggest thing, and I remember like this is basically a holiday that year, and so I wanted to know more about it, and I remember like Drew Brees was great, like threw like almost 5,000 yards and like did all that great stuff. But the defense is something that they were forcing turnovers. But I wanted to ask you this: do you think like when they forced, I think they had like 7 defensive touchdowns that year. Everyone was getting interceptions. That had like 10 or more interceptions that year. It's like unsustainable amount of turnovers and forcing a lot of fumbles as well. But do you think turnovers are a thing that you could just like train to do, like force a certain amount of fumbles?
You can teach them the best way to force a fumble, like the best way to knock the ball out of there.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not going to work 100% of the time, and they're not going to recover it 100% of the time. You can teach them to jump up for the ball, be a ball hawk, but it's not going to work all the time.
Yeah.
You can teach them the steps they need to take to get there, but you can't like guarantee that they will get there.
And that's what I want to know, because I know they're not just telling them, "Oh, we need to force turnovers." We need to force turnovers. God, I can't talk. I want to know what they're actually like training the guys to do. That's what I want to know. I want to know about like the actual training of these guys, like the actual how to do it basically. They never do that. Like you never know like actual inside stuff. Like at least out every now and then, like spider 2 wide banana or whatever. And we all know like post routes and stuff like that, but we never know their plays. Even though everyone runs the same plays, if you just watch it, but we don't know like the names of it or like their philosophy. I don't know. Yeah. Besides that, my break, I went to the aquarium.
Ooh.
I already been there a bunch of times.
Was it lit?
No. It was cold and wet. And I got the only thing that was memorable, I got to touch a stingray, and it was really soft and smooth, which was cool. Oh no, I touched a mantine. I'm sorry, I touched a mantine. Anyways, I went to Buffalo Wild Wings, and the only thing I know was a mistake. Dad was like, "You want to go anywhere out to eat this week?" And I'm like, Buffalo Wild Wings, because it's like a sports thing.
Yeah. And
I went there, and we went to one like I forgot. We went to 2 of them basically. The first one was like packed so bad. I'm like, what? Like, I don't think there's any like big football game today. So we went back to another one, and that one was also packed. I'm like, what? It was packed more than the other one. And then we got a seat. Like, it wasn't like my dad said it was like a bad seat, but I didn't think it was a bad seat. I mean, it was fine. But it basically had like a whole line of people, like so long. They're just waiting to like sit down. I'm like, how we get the seat then? I don't know. So I was eating my chicken. We was all eating or whatever. And when we leave, like so many people are like, it's so packed. And then we come to think about it. The waitress tells us like, why are there people in here? It's because the Nunes Rousey fight happened tonight. I'm like, oh, well that explains it.
Yeah.
Did you watch that fight? All 46 seconds of it?
48 seconds actually. No, I didn't watch any of it.
Yeah, it was kind of sad to see.
I don't care about Ronda Rousey.
I don't care either. I don't know why most people care about fighting. It's not like that entertaining. Like the fights are never that dramatic.
Especially not when Ronda Rousey's involved, because either she knocks someone out in like 30 seconds, or she gets knocked out in less than a minute.
I don't know. That's why I watch wrestling, because it's always guaranteed to be entertaining. Because you can't like because
it's a stage play.
It's a stage play. I love it. Man, this means Ronda Rousey. She coming to WWE. She's not good at fighting anymore. She could just be here. She'd be great. She got personality. Most people don't have personality. Anyway, we'll move on. What else? That's it. That's my break. This last week's been rough though, because I finally got the weight of how like school is just so long. Like I can't stand this 8 hours anymore, Sam. Like almost half my classes are like shams, but I still just can't, like sitting in a chair for 8 hours just sucks.
Yeah.
So I can't wait to go to college so I can just have like 4-hour days and like work as pretty much as I please. I don't know. I'm looking forward to that. What else did I want to talk about today? Anything?
I don't know.
Do you have Pokemon White or White 2 by any chance?
No.
Damn it. I have 2 Pokemon Blacks. I need to get rid of one of them. I've been looking for like is there any place to buy used game cases? Like I want the case, like the retail case, but I don't want the game itself because I already have the game.
eBay. Because I almost bought, I think it was Super Smash Brothers Melee. It was like $2, but I didn't read that it didn't have the game in it, and I'm like, oh, this is just the case, and I already ordered it. I gotta cancel that.
I bought the Game Boy player like I don't know, like 8 months ago, and I didn't know that you need the boot disc. So I'm like $10 for a Game Boy player to attach to my GameCube. I play Game Boy games on my TV. This is awesome. Got it. Plugged it into my GameCube. I'm like, all right, why is it not popping up? I'm like, oh, I need a boot disc. How much it costs? $60. Great.
Yep, good job.
So if you have a free boot disc out there, hit me up. Those things are so rare. Why do you even do that? It's plug and play. Like you don't need a boot disc. Like the game, whatever. It's retarded. I mean, stupid. Politically correct. Anyway, what you looking at time for?
Says we've been doing this for 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Feels longer. Okay.
I don't know. Anything you want to talk about?
I don't know.
I feel like there's something I'm missing.
Do we have any plans for the new year?
Oh, that's it. Plans for the new year. Oh yeah, I've been like trying to get into acting, so I'm like practicing. Wait, why are you making that face?
You're gonna do some acting? Is this gonna be a sketch comedy troupe?
No.
Good.
I don't want to call it. I don't like the calling it troupe. What does that even mean?
I don't know. You gonna be in the school musical?
I was gonna audition for a school play, but there's no like open auditions for any plays. Like you had to be part of the drama club or the theater. Stupid. I mean, last semester they did, but I didn't have.
Right, for the spring thing.
Yeah,
the spring show is a little different.
Yeah, I mean, there's gonna be like 3 plays, but I have to be part of the club, and I don't want to be part of the club because I'm not. I want to be trained to be an actor. I don't want. I'm obviously not there yet. This is like day 5 of me trying to become an actor.
Gonna get into Juilliard?
No.
You looking at film or like stage?
I'm looking more at film. I don't like stage.
Okay. Because
if you're making mistakes, there's no going back and reshooting it. And I mean, everyone watches film. I think film is like way better because you got the effects.
It's more accessible, yeah.
Yeah. But that's what I'm majoring in, film and television.
Ooh.
But it's more producing.
Oh yeah, film and television production. Where are you looking at going?
I'm going to LSU.
Oh, cool.
Hey, what you want to be like in college? What you majoring in?
Digital media production.
How is that different from like what exactly?
I don't know.
What is that even like?
I'm not. I don't know.
I don't know.
Or law, business.
Law.
Communications.
Okay.
Marketing and communications.
That's a good one.
Law, like Starting my own law firm, that's probably not gonna happen.
Nah.
That's not gonna happen.
That doesn't seem fun.
Yeah, I'm not gonna be a lawyer.
Well, communication's a good one. You can do a lot of stuff with that, like politics, or get into politics, or just advertising in general.
No, my brother does not want me anywhere near his White House when he becomes president. So there's no point in me being a communications director or anything. Not that there's no point, but like if I were gonna do it, I would rather do it with my brother than some whack job off the street like Donald Trump.
Whack job off the street, Donald Trump. That doesn't add up.
You know what I mean? Like he's not a politician really. He might as well be Johnny off the block from the maintenance store.
Oh, he's a good guy, man. Anyway,
Johnny?
No. Yes.
Oh, Trump. Okay.
No. Whatever. Move on. I got a question. Is there? I forgot to ask this when I was talking about Pokemon Moon. Is there any game that where you felt different from like the majority opinion? Like you either hated it when everyone thought it was a good game, or you loved it when everyone thought it was a bad game.
I don't know. Shadow of the no.
No, really.
Well, because I don't play that many games other than like I play games that I know are good, that my brother recommends, that my friends recommend.
I was gonna say GTA 4, but that's the only reason I think that's like not as good as the games that everyone thought, because GTA 5 came out and improved on everything. At the time, before GTA 4 came out, I really liked the game. But I got into GTA 4 like a couple months before GTA 5 came out, and I was like, all right, this is what GTA is. And the cars are kind of wonky, and everything's just kind of wonky in 2007 Xbox about it.
Yeah.
And then as soon as the GTA 5 came out, I started playing. I'm like, oh, everything's tight and feels good. After I beat the game a week later, went back to GTA 4 so I could like do like the last mission or whatever. I'm like, I can't do this. I can't even drive anymore because I'm driving off the side of the road because I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
Like I'm driving on butter roads or something, and they have no brakes. And it's terrible. There's barely any auto aim.
So I thought of two games.
What is it?
Thief Gold and Kingdoms of Amalur Reckoning. And I'm on the opposite ends with these.
Right.
Thief Gold, a lot of people say is great. I couldn't really get into it. It just doesn't. It's not a thief game for me.
How so?
Because you're like fighting zombies and stuff. You're not really like breaking into houses and being a thief.
But is it good in its own right?
Not really.
Okay.
I couldn't get used to the controls entirely. It's a decent game, but it's not as great as everyone's saying. And then there's Kingdoms of Amalur Reckoning, which I've heard a lot of people hate, and I absolutely love it. And I wish the studio didn't close down, but they did. So
before Halo Wars 2 got announced like a while ago, I used to love Halo Wars 1, and people like in like the gaming media sphere, like they always like shit on Halo Wars, and I think Halo Wars is like the best. Like that's my favorite game on the Halo series. Like I went back and played like Halo 1, like the remastered version. I'm like, I'm not digging this. I played a good amount of time. I don't remember how much, but like, this is all right. I rather like there wasn't a lot of like guidance in what I was doing. Like, and that's what people like. They like how Halo, like you have 3 objectives and you can do them in any order. I don't really like that because that's usually something for RPGs or like free roaming games. But this is a first person shooter, and like it was trying to. In that aspect, I don't think that fits the genre because there was no. I'm still doing like there's no benefit of me doing something in a certain order. I don't think from like a level up standpoint because you don't level up. There's like no RPG aspect to it, and it's like maybe there is something as I go on. Like I have to pay for my decisions, that which order I go in or whatever. But I'm much more of like a Call of Duty Battlefield campaign story type of man. I just want to shoot stuff and have a good story and care about these characters and have like really awesome cutscenes and action scenes. I don't know. The Halo Wars, like I think most people underrated it, and it was like it's one of the best RTS. I think it's the best RTS I ever played. I don't know. I can't really think of the other ones. XCOM is alright. I really like Halo Wars.
XCOM's not really an RTS though. Well, it's an RTS TBS.
Yeah, it's turn based.
The combat is turn based, but like
the when you're making stuff, I guess it's kind of time.
Technically, yeah. I mean, it's a little bit of both.
Yeah, it's a little bit of both. Yeah. Like not every Pokemon game, like Pokemon Gen 3, everyone shits on it because they just think it's like. But I think that's more due to the fatigue of like everyone was in a Generation 2. I mean, into 1 and 2.
Yeah, Gen 1 and 2, and then 3 was good, but not like it wasn't at that level for them.
Yeah.
It certainly didn't have the nostalgia.
And then Gen 4 is another one that get shit on because
it's not Gen 1 or Gen 2.
Well, that's more. Well, I guess yeah, that. And I liked it a lot at first, but now playing back, like going back, it's kind of hard to play. So I guess I have changed the public opinion because the game is just really slow. Not the story or anything, but like the UI and battling, the animations, and it's a slog. To kill one Pokemon, like let's say it was a 2-hit battle, like in 2 turns, it'll probably take you about 90 seconds. In every other game, it'll take you like half of that. It's just.
Would you rather go back to playing Gen 1, like Pokemon Red and Blue?
No, because Gen 1's terrible. I don't know whatever Gen you say after that, it's better than Gen 1 because it's terrible and broken.
Okay, would you rather play the remakes of Gen 1 or the Gen 3? Wait, no, that's like the same engine. Never mind.
Well, from a story standpoint, I don't know.
No, but I mean, like the combat and stuff is essentially the same.
Yeah, it's the same. And people, I guess there's always people that shit on like every generation, but like 3 through 5 really got like in the Pokemon community, it's like a divide.
That's because 3 through 5 are garbage.
Agreed. The 6 was a little more ubiquitous because like either for, like most people on a surface level, oh my god, it's in 3D. I love it, no matter how whatever it is, whatever the depth is. And then like you look a little deeper, like all the little things that it had, like I mentioned before, is what everyone loves.
What games were Gen 6?
X and Y, Omega Ruby, Alpha Sapphire.
Oh.
Wait, 6, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, that is 6, and we're on 7. Man, it's going by fast. Hey, are you looking into get like a 3DS and play new Pokemon games?
Yeah, I'd get Pokemon Sun.
Would you buy a 2DS? It costs like $70.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, when I get to the amount where I have the money that I can buy a 2DS, depending on how much more a 3DS is, I might just wait a little bit longer and buy a 3DS.
Another game series. I don't know if it's underrated or overrated. Well, it might be by the fans. They love it, right? Soul Reaver.
Ooh.
I love it. Everyone I talk to about it, whoever have played it, loves it. People want remasters of it. But that doesn't translate to how like gaming studios or publishers think, because they don't think the game will do well, obviously, or they would have made a remaster or a new Soul Reaver or Legacy of Kain game. So like I guess from that standpoint.
Do you know what that game dev company is?
Oh, I forgot.
Bottle Rocket?
They were the same people that worked on this old Zelda games. Like some of the employees.
Oh, Crystal Dynamics?
Yeah, some of those people worked on the Ocarina of Time, I think.
Oh, okay.
Which, when you play the game, it really influences, the game style and all that.
Right, I was thinking of the Mark of Kree, not the Legacy of Kain. That's on me.
Yeah, and yeah. So, there you go.
Yeah.
There you go. That's answer all those questions. Going forward, next week, we're gonna determine who's gonna do trivia. You want to answer the questions, or do you want to make them?
I'll make them. I'll give you a break.
Okay. You got to make 10 questions and a bonus.
10 questions and a bonus.
And the topic, what would you want it to be?
I don't know.
Alright.
Should we do... Well, let's see. We've already done like Pokemon, Sony, Microsoft, Nintendo,
and Dark Souls.
And Dark Souls. XCOM, the series? Would that...
Alright.
Okay. We're going to do XCOM trivia.
Alright. So, I don't know what... that's kind of the reason also I stopped, because it was so hard to find Dark Souls trivia.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to just ask you about the levels. I don't know. That seems kind of lame. But if you could find like little story stuff that it'd be hard to notice, like you got to be like
Paying attention.
yeah, paying attention. Yeah, I would have liked that. And is there any other segments that you would want back? Oh, the games of the 5 things to look forward to. What a joke!
Now that Pokemon Sun and Moon are gone, we have to actually find a 5th one.
All right. I mean, you know it's gonna be Pokemon Diamond and Pearl remastered.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'll bring that back. I'll do that one, and I'll say a little piece about each one. Because I guess that does force us to be current, as much as our wallets make us be retro.
Yeah.
But if we have nothing else to
we used
talk
to have
about.
We used to have a game of the week or whatever, like a game of the day thing.
Oh yeah, we used to explain a little thing about it. Yeah.
Like today's episode is brought to you by Mortal Kombat 2. I think is one of the ones we did.
How did I pick that? This is pretty random.
Oh, because it was around E3, and that's when the game came out, and so it was like in honor of, or this was like the first game shown at E3 or something. It was something weird like that. It was like in honor of E3, we're gonna look back at one of the first games shown at an E3 conference.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
All right. Well, do you have anything else to talk about? Because I think I ran out.
So did I.
All right, we're good. So like before, send an audio, do questions, comments, concerns, all those C's, community.
Yeah.
We got all the social medias. I don't think we have a Uvu. We don't have that, so sorry.
No, I don't know the login for that. I had an Uvu. I regretted it immensely.
You have to pay for it?
No.
Okay. So yeah, I think that's all for now. We'll see you next week.